Hi. Can I be heard okay? Is everything working? Uh, I had to change some stuff, so if I sound quieter, I apologize. It's a bit quiet, but that's fine. Here, I'll turn myself up. I'm not talking that loud. Uh, we'll keep it around 9, and we'll go from there. Oh, let's turn this down a bit. So, um, hello. Hi. It's been a while since I've been here. Uh, I'm just gonna have Vampire Survivors just playing, so that way there's something for you guys to watch while I talk. Because one of the downsides of the PNG model is it's kind of hard to. It feels kind of weird to have a black screen, and the PNG model isn't big enough for me to stretch it across the screen. So I'm gonna just have this going because this is fairly brainless. Um. So, hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well on this Monday night base game. Hello, Toke. You're right. I want to turn down the music so I don't hear it. Uh, so this is. I don't know how long I'm gonna go for, or what exactly I'm going to talk about here, but I should probably preface this by saying this isn't going to be very normal to what I usually do. So a lot of the time, I'm a little more energetic, I'm a little more happy sounding, but if you might notice in the voice, it's a little somber. I don't know. I've just been up recently, and I wanted to just talk. Hello, Fire Queen Faye. Welcome, welcome. Forgive me if this stream is not that happy. Um, but yeah, I'm not. It's not gonna be triggering. Just to preface that, I don't want to talk about anything too hard on here because, at the end of the day, you guys are my friends and as well as viewers. So I don't want to say stuff as if you guys are my therapist because that seems unfair. Um but to start, I guess the first question that some might have is, you know, where have I why haven't I been streaming? You might have noticed I'm still decently talkative in this chat. I'm still like talking on my server and all that. So it's not like what happened a little earlier in the year where I just disappeared off the face of the earth. Um but there's been I haven't been streaming or doing anything for that matter. It's just kind of I've been kind of idle is what I'm trying to say. It's a bit hard to explain. Um and I don't know how to describe it. This year's just been kind of very hard for a variety of reasons. Um, I've had to deal with just a stupid amount of stuff, and while I don't think a lot of it affected me in the moment, I it does kind of feel like a ton of stuff is just hitting me all at once. And I'm not sure how to cope with that all. Because we've gotten to 1 year of me dropping out of university in hopes of finding work or doing something else, and I haven't really done that. Um, I've still gotten nowhere on transitioning. Uh, for those who don't know, I am NTF trans. I'm a trans fan. Um, and then on top of that, just this has probably been the most alone I have ever felt. Um, that I could remember. Um, now I might have felt more alone in my childhood, and I just didn't realize it at the time. But right now, it it genuinely does feel like, oh, damn it. Oh, we go again. It I don't feel like I have many people IRL to talk to, and I have people online, and I appreciate all the love and support that I get, big or small. But it doesn't replace the fact that in the end, I'm still essentially in my house, in my room, not doing much. Forgive me if I don't read chat. But it's just I don't know how to describe it. How do I put this? I've been wanting to potentially like take streaming and content creation in general to something else, because at my pace I was doing it, it was decently casual, but considering finding work wasn't happening and going to school seemed like not a great idea. I started to look at putting more time into streaming, and that's where ideas like Subfest came in, like doing stuff for September. That's where stuff like doing YouTube came in. And while at first it was really fun at the time, I think that something, I don't know, something about it just slowly became not very enjoyable. I don't, maybe it's because I've considered myself someone who needs to have stuff that's challenging them decently regularly, stuff to kind of like push me to do better, and it maybe I just wasn't getting that. It could be that maybe I just maybe I was correct in the assumption that once you make something, like you take something super seriously because you think of it as a job, it just becomes not fun. Maybe that's what ended up happening. So that's kind of why I haven't really been streaming much. I hate Hi Crimson. I wish I could disable the ads, I'm gonna be real, because the ads just make this worse. I fucking despise the ad system. But to sum up that, I want to come back to streaming because I I've been watching a lot of other people's streams even though I haven't been streaming, and it's made me be like, man, I want to stream again. It sounds like super fun, but then I do it for a bit and I'm like, man, this is not that fun. So so that's kind of been why I just haven't. I don't want to stream when I don't want to because it feels like it takes away from the point. I'm sorry if I'm going over the same things over and over again. I really did not plan like any part of this whatsoever. I just kind of was like, I kind of want to talk. Stream button. But that's the reason for streaming. That's one of the reasons. But it also kind of circles back to the loneliness feeling because I've been kind of saying that I've been getting better, you know, because I've told people I'm on medication. I want to find therapy. I want to get better in some way. But if I were to confess, I really don't think I'm getting better, like mentally. And it feels kind of awful to say that because especially with my parents, because I told them like medication, therapy and all that I'll try to get better so I can actually do something. But if I'm gonna be real, I just don't feel like the medication. I'm just trying to think if the medication has ever had an effect. Like, I get it. It's meant to be a supplementary thing to also doing other stuff. Just I just don't know. Like, we've had the dosage up like multiple times and I don't know. I just genuinely don't think there is a difference. Um, and on top of all this, it just feels like a lot of the people that were in my life like a little bit ago just didn't understand. I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't really want to divulge much. But TLDR, I've cut off a bunch of people. A good amount of people got removed from the Discord that I knew personally. I've also blocked them and unfriended them on everything. And to put it quite simply, the reason I did this was because of some stuff that's been going on the sidelines, and just in general how it's felt to interact with them since those events. It's just made trying to get up in the morning and do stuff super difficult for me. I can't remember genuinely the last time I've woken up like semi like excited. I don't know how I died. I wasn't looking, I guess. just I know a lot of people, if you guys somewhat know me, Final Fantasy is my fun game, and I've been raiding in it. And while it's helped somewhat for a little bit, it just feels like a point of I don't think I enjoy it that much anymore. Which feels it's I just don't know. Maybe it's where we're at, but I just don't feel like I want to commit more time to doing it. But I don't want but I feel like if I quit, I'd be essentially gatekeeping my group from doing it. And it's not like I despise it to like the way I despise Genshin, but I do it's not really something that uh I'm excited to do. It just seems like, oh, guess I finish this and then I can go do something else. Yeah, so I'm super sorry. This has been very rambly. I've been much like my how I've been playing this. I am very aimless with the conversation topics and everything. But the thing that has just been hurting so much is um so I said I wasn't going to divulge much, but I'm going to divulge because um I I think it's kind of necessary. So I had a friend that I was decently close to since high school. Um and during um during March, due to some stuff that's come up in our friendship, they cut me off and everything. Um, and that's been affecting me a lot, even like after this long, because as much as I don't want to be with them again, because a ton of stuff that happened later and still somewhat happens just has made it feel it just feels kind of impossible for me to feel like not anxious anymore about whether or not I'm going to face more like punishment from them for stuff. One of the reasons that I wake up so tired and just end up going back to okay, yeah. Maybe I should whatever. Uh but part of the reason why I wake up so tired a lot is I have constant nightmares of them where it feels almost like my brain is gaslighting me into thinking that they still like me or that they're uh they're actually that everything in that was my fault. Um which I'm not going to say none of it was my fault because that's a stupid claim. That objectively is not true. Like factually, it there I am at fault for a good amount of the stuff. But at the same time just because I'm at fault for some stuff, that doesn't mean that everything was my fault. It was a mutual deterioration. It wasn't just one person. even if one party may want to think it otherwise. And like if it just ended at nightmares and stuff, I wouldn't I don't think it would actually be this bad. But the thing is, it's felt like they've been always been so persistent and have found some way to come back into my life just to do something, whether it be through my using my brother to communicate, whether they uh uh use like other people. It's just it's extremely stressful, and I I just want to move on and forget them, but it feels like no matter what I try, it's like even on days where I feel like I'm slowly beginning to not think of them, it comes back in some way. Like I could just wake up, be like, that this actually did happen. I woke up one day after having one of those nightmares, and I was like, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. That's just a nightmare. It's not real. Let's go play Path of Exile. So I was just sitting at my desk playing Path of Exile, and then I got told, and then I had, and then it turned out that day I was forced to have to deal with more shit from them. And it's just, I didn't just lose the friendship with them. I lost my what feels like my entire friend circle, because in it feels like I instead of being listened to, they want to play the both sides thing where it's like, this person did this and this and this to you and still kind of do stuff to you, but you know what? It's it's fine, because at the end of the day, it's not our problem. But it's like, if it's happening to me, what makes you think it won't happen to you? Um, it's just very frustrating. In the end, I actually cut off that entire group and have them blocked. I got told by one person in that group, like, my biggest flaw, the current thing that I need to improve on, is how I would negatively talk about the people I had issues with to people who were friends with them. Which at first I was very receptive to changing, but looking back on it, why should I have to change my opinion? Why should I have to silence my voice on what I think of someone else when they do the exact same thing with me to you guys? It just feels so. I'm literally not able to be in Discord chats because she's there. I can't be at get-togethers because she's there. I've essentially lost an entire friend group because of this. And all I can think just while that's happening is just, I am I um sorry, just trying to find what I want to say. Just it just kind of feels like I have no one left IRL. Like there are some people, but I just don't really want to being be there with them because um I know it sounds really dumb to say, oh, well, like I like have friends, but I just don't want to talk and be with them. But it's like they just remind me of what was before, and it just feels very hard to shake that. And like, um, I've had times where I've been invited to, uh, hello, nothing but a thing. What's shaking? I just got here. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep playing Vampire Survivors or swap the game, and I'm explaining my very sad feelings. I hope you're doing well. Sorry if this is not the kind of stream y'all are into. It's just I kind of wanted to talk about stuff. I don't want this to be the norm because it doesn't feel that fair for this to be the be the case. But I've been invited to uh like go places, but with some of that old friend group a little bit back in like June, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't. It just felt so awful that they were still like talking with them, and and then I was essentially. It made me feel like alien. So here, I'll just run another one. Uh, may seem a bit off topic, but there was this one friend that I had from that I met from during my high school days that um uh during the March incident, much like everyone else, I had completely cut everyone off, and over those couple of months I was trying to contact them just to like ask how they were and apologize. Um, but they never responded. Like, not in the sense like oh, they didn't respond in a day. It's like no, they didn't respond over the course of months. And it's like, if you want a break from me, just say that. Please don't just disappear off the face of the earth. I know it's hypocritical of me to say that because that's what I do sometimes. But just at some point, just tell me. I won't. I wouldn't be upset. It's just I just want to know, like, what's like if something's going on. And I haven't been able to get in contact with them since. And I I miss them a lot. Sorry for not talking. It's just trying to figure out what to say at this point. Just I guess the thing that hurts the most about all this is that in the end, I'm the only one that will ever actually have to deal with the consequences of all this stuff. And there is quite literally nothing I can do about it. And I just have to hope they get bored and stop trying to do stuff to me. Okay, so So, um, I'm gonna preface this story by saying I am fine right now. I am not in any danger. This happened start of the year. I am good right now. Do not worry. If I did feel unsafe, I would bring myself to a hospital. But I want to explain this story because this is one of the things that's been bothering me a lot. So, um, this is going to be a lot. I'm actually kind of debating now if I should say it, but, I don't even know if this is appropriate to say on stream, now come to think of it, but... I... Back in January, there was a point where I did not want to be around anymore. That's how I'm gonna put that. And so, I just kind of left my house and just started walking to what I thought was a nice spot. And it was pretty cold at the time, so the idea was just stay out there until hypothermia got to me. Brother realized I wasn't home, called me to ask where I was, and then called that friend who cut me off. At the time we were still friends, to say I was close to where they were, and they ended up driving me home. Um, the reason I bring this up is that when I was having to deal with all that stuff with that person in that friend group, it felt like they were using that to justify some of the stuff they did, almost in the sense, but not in the sense of like they're they're mentally going through a lot, but that, oh, they overreact. They're mentally weak. They're fragile. I'm getting a lot of Jesus. And it's just kind of stuck with me. I'm stopping the game, by the way. The black screen is because of that. And it just has now made me feel like I don't feel great about opening up anymore that much. While I am doing it now, back in, like, just feels awful to open up and have it used against you. Yeah, let me swap the category real quick. Again, I'm sorry for not reading chat. I just wanna it just feels kind of off right now to answer chat while talking about all this. Oh yeah, I have to do this by just punching. What that person did is inexcusable. I know it is, but it's what it feels almost like is that it's just being brushed off. I know that people say that it's not a healthy mindset to obsess over what someone else what's going on in someone else's life, because jealousy is the thief of joy. But when I hear that they got work through their uni degree, that they're a president of their D&D club, it pisses me off to no end, because it doesn't, I don't even know if it makes me mad. It's just, it's this feeling of emptiness, like that even though all the stuff they've done, they're still somehow in a happy relationship. They're still somehow able to find work. Even after using stuff like how during times of mental anguish, I would cry to them about some of the stuff that was going on. And like, if at the end of the day, it was just you, it was too mentally taxing, I would have still been upset, but I can live with that. That's not something, it's, it feels bad in the moment, but I can accept that. In their text when they cut me off, they said that they don't wish anything ill on me. But all it's felt like is just that. Because I won't. Because I don't. Uh. Immediately submit to their whims on whatever they want. Um. My. Back in May, one of my family members had passed away. And. Um. I had. Despite everything I was dealing with my family grieving, with a funeral that we were planning and all that, I still had to deal with them being like, "Hey, you know that thing that I gave you and it's been like 2 months? Well, I actually want it back now. Oh, and if you don't give it, I'm going to call the police on you." Just just incredibly. I don't remember who it was. I think it was my friend Amanda I was talking to about this, where they were saying it seems like that friendship was based entirely around them having the most control, and if they didn't have it, then then it would become a problem that they would um now it's actually, I know this might sound stupid, but the university she goes to, I am now terrified to actually like go there. I don't think I would ever get accepted for anything, but even like just to go there, because I've been trying to find work recently because, you know, as much as I want to hide from the world, I still need to money at the end of the day. Um, I I was thinking maybe you'll bring some resumes to apply there, but I'm like, but what if I see them? What if they actually changed their working thing? They work at the uni now. Just a lot of um that just um but I know this sounds super childish, but like I want to tell people so badly who I see have them added on stuff like Discord and all that to please unfriend them. Like, not because I think that they're going to she's gonna start using them against me. But in the sense that I'm so sick of people using. I'm so sick of of people I trust or thought I trusted turning out to just be used by other people to then inflict stuff on me. Even saying all this, even though I I don't know if Twitch made it where you can't. Did they? I know Twitch was talking about they were making a feature where if someone was banned, they'd be unable to watch your stream, and they are banned from here. But regardless, part of me is still scared that they're gonna see this. They're gonna be like, oh, that they're talking about me, obviously, and then I'm gonna face retaliation. This has happened before. Not with the stream, but just in general. Off topic, but I know this is like really stupid to say, but if anyone is wondering why I am punching all these guys instead of picking up their gun, it's because the challenge is to finish the levels without using guns. There's a feature where if they get banned, they can't watch stream. Yeah, I remember they were saying they were workshopping something like that, but I wasn't sure if they added it because I haven't been looking at Twitch change logs in a while. Well, that's all. Um. I know this sounds really masochistic, but part of me wants them to do something to me, like to confront me IRL, because that would give me a solid case to get a restraining order or get them charged with something. Because as masochistic and as fucked as that sounds, fuck. Um, if I've ever said or done anything that hurt you or made you feel comfortable, no, you guys are all good. All of you are fine. If something makes me uncomfortable, I will say, because the because I know how much it fucking hurts when you've been told that something you did hurt someone, but they never told you until way later. So, if something makes me uncomfortable or just upsets me, I'll tell. So don't worry. And I guess this is the next thing that I kind of wanted to talk about. Um, I'm not um out to my parents about being trans. That's something that I have not told my family at all, because the truth is it is such a awkward topic to talk about. And part of me, it I don't care anymore if they don't accept me. I don't care if they kick me out of the house. Like, at this point, I'm I'm just kind of sick of having to hide. And keep quiet about everything. The other thing is, I really want to get on some sort of transition right now, because I don't know how long it can really go, like, looking at myself the way I am right now. Um, I don't. I think I've talked about a lot of the stuff I wanted to get off my chest. I appreciate everyone that stayed and listened. If you just lurked, that is more than fine. If For everyone that was actively chatting and giving advice, I appreciate it. Um, I don't know if this is worth saying, but if you're that person, I doubt you're watching this because I have you banned, and if you are watching this, that's just excessively creepy. But if for some reason you are, kindly go fuck yourself, please. Get out of my life. Don't talk to me ever again. Again, don't interact with me. I don't want anything to do with you ever. Please get lost. If your life is so utterly meaningless that you have um to hurt others constantly to feel something, you have a mental issue and you need treatment. You don't just need treatment. You need to fucking reevaluate your life. But that's not a behavior that any human is doing. That is the fucking behavior of a teenager. That's not even the behavior of a fucking teenager. That's just the behavior of. That just sounds like the behavior of someone who's just so bored in their life that the only thing that they find fun is just making up stories. Which, if you want to make up stories, I have a great way to do that. It's called being a fucking author. I guess trying to move on to something a bit more lighter. I'll try to come back to streaming whenever I feel like it. If it's only once a week, one time a week, if I don't, if I take a week off, it doesn't. I'm going to take this at my own pace because. Can I fall off? Okay. Um... You know, admittedly, I'm not sure where to go from here. Originally, I I wasn't even sure if I was gonna stream the entire time. Um, so um oh sure. I think I'm going to end this here. I got off everything for the most part I wanted to say. I don't know when I'm going to do this again, or if I'm going to stream again. In like maybe if I feel like it tomorrow, maybe if. But yeah. Um, thank you everyone who came by. I super appreciate it. I would read the names normally, but I'm I'm just too tired for that. So I am going to send you guys over. Is Owl still streaming? Owl is still streaming. I'm gonna just. I don't know if she said she was gonna finish or not. Oh my god, I can press 1 minute ad break. Okay. Um. Uh. Uh. Raid.